Hey smart people! In this video I'm going to reveal the most effective system ever to speed learn vocabulary for the SAT, ACT, GRE, and ATAR exams. And much more importantly, expanding your vocabulary delivers benefits far beyond getting excellent scores on standardized tests. Possessing a true command of unfamiliar words not only makes you sound smarter, it actually increases your understanding of the world around you. Having mastery over words bestows you with an entirely new level of meaning to whatever you read and hear. Yes, having a big vocabulary helps you to be smarter faster. Maybe you never thought of it like this before, but speed is important when it comes to intelligence. Would you rather be regarded as quick-witted or as part of the slow group? I'm going to give you my simple three-part system for learning a ton of new and perhaps difficult words. No more writing out long lists of words and then blindly repeating them over and over, hoping that they'll stick. My way is faster and a whole lot more fun too. Now, the cornerstone of being able to learn everything and anything faster and easier is to use your mind the way it was designed. Your mind does two things naturally. It makes images, we call it imagination, and it connects things together. Your mind looks for ways to connect any new information to the stockpile that's already there. So, here's the vocabulary system. Step 1, make an image for the word. Step 2, make an image for the definition. And step 3, connect them together in an imaginative way. Don't be too normal with your images, otherwise they won't stick. Images need to be outrageous, or funny, or shocking. Here are 3 different ways to help you with making your images. Now, the first is how the word sounds. Break it down into chunks. What does it remind you of? Does it put any pictures into your head? Number 2 is how the word looks. You may notice words within words or certain combinations of letters together. And then number 3, if you still can't come up with an image, try making a rhyme. Oftentimes you can use another word that rhymes with the word that you want to learn. Let's do a number of examples and put this system into practice. Be sure to stay tuned to the end. There's a short quiz so you can test yourself to see just how well you did using this new system. First, we'll make images using how the word sounds. Abhor. It means to loathe, hatred, disgust. Sounds like either someone is really boring, a bore, or a wild pig, a boar. And that's our image for the word. Now let's connect it to the meaning. You really hate a bore you work with. He disgusts you. He has the manners of a wild boar. Let's use it in a sentence. I abhor my new coworker because he's arrogant, rude, and argumentative. Abhor, loathe, hate, disgust. Brusque means abrupt, blunt, curt. Brusque sounds like maybe someone named Bruce. Might also be slang for having a beer, a brewski. It also sounds like a bruise, connecting it to the definition. Well, after a few too many brewskis, my friend Bruce gets very abrupt, blunt, and curt with people. And that's how he wound up getting a black eye and other bruises. In a sentence, yes, my friend can be very brusque sometimes, especially when he's been drinking. Brusque, abrupt, blunt, curt. Falter means to hesitate or to stumble. Falter sounds like fall tar or full tar. Imagine you hesitated when you saw a steamroller full of tar and how big and hot it was. You were afraid you might stumble and fall into the tar. In a sentence. If you don't know where you're going, you may falter when you're out on the highway. Falter, hesitate, stumble. Zeal. It's a strong feeling of enthusiastic desire, a fervor for a person, object, or a cause. Zeal sounds like seal. The seal was very enthusiastic, had a lot of interest in playing with that beach ball. Or a Navy SEAL who has a fervor for his cause. The military man's zeal and energy is what enabled him to be victorious. Zeal, enthusiastic desire, fervor. Okay, I think you got the idea about using the sound of a word. Now, let's see how to make images based on the way the word looks. Superfluous means unnecessary or needless. Immediately, you'll notice the word super. Then without too much effort, I can see floss, like dental floss. So we've got a superhero using dental floss. But if he's really super and has super strong teeth, he doesn't need the floss. It's needless. It's superfluous. I thought about making a connection with the super flu, us, but given the worldwide circumstances, that's completely unnecessary. That's superfluous. Not just that, it's a calamity. Calamity means a disaster, a great misfortune. I see a clam mighty, a mighty clam. It's like a disaster movie where the mighty clam wreaks great misfortune on the city. The city suffered calamity after the huge storm hit. Calamity, disaster, great misfortune. Austere, that means severe, strict, serious. I see parts of two words, Australian and tear. Now we've got a normally tough and rugged Australian shedding a tear. As a result of the calamity, officials enacted austere public policies. In fact, they were so strict and severe, it caused this Aussie to shed a tear. Austere, severe, strict, serious. Diligent, done with careful attention. First thing I saw was gent at the end. Then it wasn't much effort to just adjust the first part to deli. So here we are, we have a gentleman dressed up in a top hat and a tuxedo working at the delicatessen, and he will make your sandwiches and slice your cold cuts with very careful attention. He's a deli gent. Just look at how diligent that man is as he makes your sandwich. Diligent, done with careful attention. Now for something different. Sometimes you won't be able to hear anything in a word that triggers you to think of any sort of an image. You look at it and you don't easily see chunks of other words to help you make an image either. When that happens, try making a rhyme. You already know rhyming things helps improve your memory. Think of song lyrics as a perfect example. You may be able to sing along easily, but then you can't do the same for your schoolwork. So it's not a matter of ability, it's something else. I'll publish an entire video just devoted to using rhyme to increase your memory power. But for now, let's see how to use it for something as boring as vocabulary. Our new word is conducive. It means helpful, favorable. A con, a deuce, a sieve, too much of a stretch. First, let's use it in a sentence. The use of rhyme is highly conducive to learning new vocabulary words. Here's my rhyme. It's not elusive or abusive. Using rhyme is quite conducive. Conducive, helpful, favorable. Precocious, very advanced at a young age. Mature beyond one's years. That 5-year-old performing with the symphony was truly precocious. There's already a wonderful rhyme I thought of when I was putting this word on the list. It's from a song in Mary Poppins. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Precocious, advanced beyond one's years. Surreptitious. It means something that's done or acquired by stealth or in a sneaky way. Clandestine. In court, the lawyer argued about the surreptitious recording made by private investigators. Here's my rhyme. Lots of syrup on my waffles is certainly delicious, but with my mother watching me, I must be surreptitious. Surreptitious. Stealthy, sneaky, clandestine. Okay, let's have a pop quiz and see how you did. I want you to think of both the image and the definition when I say the word. A boar. What's your image? We use the sound of the word to see a wild boar. A boar. Loathe, hate, disgust. Brusque. What's your image? Bruce, brewskis, bruise, brusque. Abrupt, blunt, curt. Calamity. What's the picture in your head? Yep, the mighty clam. Calamity, disaster, misfortune. Diligent. What do you see? Oh yes, the deli gent who carefully made your sandwich. Diligent, done with careful attention. Okay, one last one. Surreptitious. We rhymed that one. Lots of syrup on my waffles is certainly delicious, but with my mother watching me, I must be surreptitious. How did you do? It doesn't matter if you got them all or not. It was only one quick run-through. To keep the definitions in your head for a long time, make flashcards using index cards, then review them. You'll be able to learn a massive amount of new words daily. Not only that, you'll have fun doing it. Your understanding of the world will expand, and people will be impressed with how smart you sound. Be sure to see my video on speed learning foreign language vocabulary if you haven't seen it yet. And please be sure to subscribe with notifications enabled so you'll know every time I release a new video. One more thing. I am on a mission to make a positive, lasting difference in the lives of students all over the world. Please share my videos on social media and help spread the good news about what we're doing here. As always, this is your old Uncle Matt reminding you that the fastest way to get to the top is to get off your bottom.